Hello there and welcome to another review of The Shield Doing a Couch. I'm your host Hector, and today we're going to talk about the new album by Astronoid, a band from Boston, and they are releasing this Friday their new album called Radiant Bloom. And Radiant Bloom is an album that has 9 songs, and the best way to describe Astronoid for someone that doesn't know the band, it's a band that mixes progressive rock elements with some shoegaze, some dream pop, some atmospherics. They blend it all together to create a very cohesive sound. When you're listening to Astronoid, it sounds like music like you're in a dream. It sounds like that type of it's very soothing. Brett Boland's vocals are great. Uh, on this third album, they just signed to Free Dot Recordings, which is the record company uh, from the members of Periphery. So you know they're in good company. And I thought that this new album has a lot of it really follows what they did on their previous album, but I think they go deeper into that style that they play. The 9 songs are all blend very well together, and I really enjoyed the album on subsequent listens. I kept listening to it and finding new things. So I'm not gonna talk about all the tracks. I'm just gonna mention a few tracks and say what I liked about them and what stood out about those tracks. So one track that really stood out, and it was, I think, the lead single that they released was Eyes. And Eyes sounds, very dreamy. It starts with some great drumming, with some luscious guitars. And Brett Boland's vocals really, they're very hard to describe because they're not like super harsh, never, and they're also not they're not like traditional shoegaze uh, type of singing. It's more in between. It it's kind of nasally with some atmospherics, and when he sings, it would imagine like when you're being sung a lullaby, because it's lower registered and sometimes it goes up when it goes more into the prog experimentation on a song like that. And that song, it's only it's under 5 minutes, but in the middle it has a great solo that basically that solo takes part like 1 minute, and the solo starts very clean. It keeps going with the rhythm of the song and with Boland's vocals, and it works really well. It's just an amazing track, and I can see why they used it as a single. Another song that I thought was great and was a single was Sleep Whisper. And Sleep Whisper, it starts with more fast-paced drumming and a little bit more chaotic, but then it goes back into that dream state, those luscious guitars. There's sounds in the background that you feel like very spacey, very atmospheric. There's a lot of things going on that sometimes you don't know exactly what's going on in all the song, but it's another track that is a standout for me and another great single. The album has a song called Sedative, and Sedative sounds exactly like the name. It's very gentle, very soothing, and it starts picking up a little bit. And another song that has another great solo to it, like in the middle of the song. And it's a solo that it's shorter than the one in Ice, but it also works perfectly. And the album keeps building, keeps building. It sounds like Orchid, Drown, keep playing with atmospherics. Human is the other single that they released, and on that one, the lyrics are really catchy. It's I think it's talking about like technology and like we need to get back to being human beings. And the chorus on that one is very earwormy, very catchy, and it stays with you. And that song is almost at the ending, and at the ending the album finishes with Decades, and Decades is like a 7-minute song, and on that song they take everything that they do in the album, meld it very well. There's prog elements, there's atmosphere, there's dream pop, there's shoegaze, everything into one song. And it's a song that starts in a mid pace, it starts building, and then at the end it's full bombastic prog rock, metal, if you will, and really finishes the album very strong. To me, the highlights of the album are the lead singer's vocals. I think they keep improving. I don't know if it could be everyone's cup of tea, because if you like harsh vocals or screaming in metal, Astronoid is not the band for you. But if you like psychedelic, trippy, dreamy music with some great guitar work and atmospherics, you will love this album because it just has so many layers in the songs, and the album really takes you on a journey from when you press play until the end. Uh, it really flows very well. I think the production is great. Everything sounds crisp. Everything sounds, it sounds like you're out of this world listening to this song. So, what did you think about this album? Did you like it? You didn't like it? Comment. What were your favorite tracks? What did you think about the free singles that were released? If you like the content that I'm putting out, give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I have more content on the way. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield doing a couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.